Right Honorable Prime Minister of Nepal and Chief Guest, Mr. K.P. Oli, Honorable Minister of Home Affairs, Mr. Shakti Bahadur Basnet, special guests, Australian Ambassador Glenn White, U.S. Ambassador Ms. Alena Teplitz, Ms. Debbie Maya Thapa, Mr. Dilip Dahal, Excellencies, distinguished guests, fellow UN colleagues, NGO partners, and friends. On behalf of my IOM colleague and good friend Maurizio Bussati, namaste and a very warm welcome. Tonight we're commemorating the departure of the 100,000th Bhutanese refugee on resettlement from Nepal. And we're honored to have Ms. Debbie Maya Thapa and her family with us this evening. In several days, Debbie Maya and her family will depart for the United States to the state of Ohio. One of our special guests has already made that journey. Mr. Dilip Dahal, a former Bhutanese refugee and now an American citizen, is with us this evening. I had the good fortune to meet Dilip several months ago at a meeting of the Organization of Bhutanese Communities in America, OBCA. We met at a meeting in Fort Worth, Texas. I should say Dilip is also the vice chair of the OBCA and has come here specifically for this event. Dilip is also featured in the photo exhibit down below, and I would encourage all the guests to speak to him about his personal journey and as well as the work for the OBCA. Ladies and gentlemen, the resettlement of 100,000 people is a major milestone which would not have been reached without a clear vision and a sustained effort by many people and many organizations over the last 8 years.
It is a very complex and lengthy process. It's bringing together many different parts and partners. And I think again the work that we managed to achieve in this operation is in many ways unique. We have a strong partnership of all the stakeholders, a large array of stakeholders, the civil societies, the local authorities, the international partners, international agencies, and the Nepali government.
It's a pleasure to be here tonight on behalf of the Australian Government and the Embassy here in Nepal to celebrate the 100,000th refugee from Bhutan who has been successfully resettled. 100,000 people resettled. 100,000 people whose lives have been changed forever, who have access to education, opportunity, and most importantly, who can look into the future with confidence.
And the governments of the United States, Australia, Canada, Denmark, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, and the United Kingdom ensured 100,000 Bhutanese refugees were able to have new futures. And for our part, the United States has welcomed over 84,500 Bhutanese refugees. We are a nation of immigrants and have the largest refugee resettlement program in the world. And since 1975, the U.S. has welcomed over 3 million refugees, with 70,000 originating in more than 60 countries arriving last year alone.
I would like to now invite special guest Mr. Dilip Dahal, who came all the way from the US to attend the event representing the Organization of Bhutanese Community in America, for his remarks.
It is my honor to be here in Kathmandu to attend this event marking the resettlement of 100,000 Bhutanese refugees. It was March 2008 when I was resettled as a refugee in the United States. Today, I am back after 7 years, not as a stateless refugee, but I am proud to be a new American. I am also representing my vibrant community, that is Organization of Bhutanese Communities in America, OBCA, an umbrella organization that brings all the resettled Bhutanese in US to assist the Bhutanese refugee community integrate into the mainstream community. In a span of 7 years, our community members have progressed well in their new homes. The Bhutanese students are receiving renowned scholarships. Some have started their own business, and some are getting government jobs too. On behalf of OBCA and all the resettled Bhutanese over the globe, I take this opportunity to extend our sincere appreciation towards Government of Nepal for generously hosting tens of thousands of Bhutanese refugees, and more importantly, for opening the door for the third country resettlement. Likewise, we are much in debt towards UNHCR for providing protection and assistance for more than 2 decades. Also, we are grateful towards IOM and resettlement countries for offering us third country resettlement program. Last but not the least, my organization hopes that generous hands of Government of Nepal, UNHCR, IOM and international communities' humanitarian efforts will be continue finding the durable solution to the remaining refugees in the camp. Once again, I would like to thank UNHCR and IOM for inviting my organization and providing me this forum to speak in front of you all. Thank you very much.
सबैजनालाई मेरो तर्फबाट नमस्कार।
Namaste to everyone on behalf of me and my family.
मेरो नाम देवी माया थापा हो। मेरो घर बेलागी 2 E1 हट नम्बर 86 हो।
My name is Devi Maya Thapa and I am from Bellangi Refugee Camp, Sector E1, hot number 86.
म र मेरा परिवार भुटानबाट आएका हौं। हामी 1992 मा माई झापामा आइपुग्यौं। त्यहाँ आइपुगेर माई खोलामा पलासी टाँगेर हामी दुःखले बस्यौं।
I am a Bhutanese refugee and I belong to Bhutan. I was exiled from Bhutan in 1992. After exile, after forced to leave, to exile from Bhutan, I came to Jhapa and settled down in a riverbank in Jhapa. At the time, the circumstances and the situation of that time was so severe.
पहिले मेरा 3 छोरी 1 छोरा गइसकेको छन्। 6-7 वर्ष भयो। अब हामी पनि छिटै जाँदैछौँ। त्यहाँबाट छोराछोरीसँग भेटाइदिनु भएकोमा सबै अन्तर्राष्ट्रिय हरूलाई र नेपाल सरकारलाई म र मेरो परिवारबाट नमस्कार।
In a similar way, the third country resettlement program was offered to us. At the time, my daughters and our son went on third country resettlement program in US. And they are already there for 6-7 years. And now soon we are joining our family in US. Thank you for providing this opportunity for family reunion with my family reunion after 6-7 years. My sincere appreciations towards Nepal government, international community for providing this generous support and opportunity to us. Thank you. Namaste.
Some Nepalese speaking people were driven out from Bhutan and particularly from southern Bhutan. At that time we had no idea. We had no expectations and we had no hope. Whether international community, UNHCR, IOM or others will come to join hands with ours or not. We had no idea. But I am from that area, bordering to not with Bhutan. We are not immediate neighbor of Bhutan. There is India between Bhutan and Nepal. Bhutanese refugees crossed the Indian territory. I don't want to say anything more than this. And they entered Nepal. And with the humanitarian feelings, we provided shelters to them. We didn't block our border. We could block our border because Bhutan was not immediate neighbor. And if there were refugees from Bhutan, they could be settled in India. not in Nepal. And for the Bhutanese people, the visa was necessary to enter in Nepal, but we didn't care about that because there was the question of humanitarian crisis, humanitarian feeling, humanitarian safety. Anyway, as Devi Mayaji told, we were also surprised that all of a sudden thousands of people were there at the bank of Kanukai River and in other places. And I would like to thank UNHCR and other organizations who supported us at the very beginning and at the preliminary stages. And embassies from different countries. We tried to send them back on behalf of the government of Nepal. We held several series of meetings, and I am happy because I started the office of the IOM in Nepal, and 100,000 people's life is changed. Thank the United Nations and its agencies like UNHCR and others, IOM, and different, about 18,000, if I remember, about 18,000 people are near, 18,000 people are still there. We have crossed a long road and the major part of the travel. Now a small part is left. And I request you all to work together to resolve the rest of the work and to finally settle and resolve the problem for once and for all. And I would like to assure you that on behalf of the government of Nepal, we are always in favor of it.